If you are a parent and you are listening to me right now, you need to stop what you're doing and listen to this, because this is probably one of the most important messages you're going to hear today or even this year.
Psychological distress in our teenagers has skyrocketed. And look at the dates. It's all after the 2010 smartphone revolution. Mental illness through the roof. Hospitalizations for mental health, girls up 81%. Self-harm, huge increases for kids aged 10 to 12. The percentage of children sleeping less than 7 hours a night, look at that, all since 2010. The only graph that goes down, the time kids spend with their friends face to face.
Any sort of authority over children, having phones, iPads, and things like that, you definitely need to pay attention to this. And to my mentees, what I tell y'all. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I thank you for that. Make sure you guys are following me on the platforms up in the black strip and the platforms down here in the black strip. And clicking the thumbs up button is how my content stays recommended to you. When you subscribe to the channel, be sure to click the bell notification. That way you'll be notified whenever I do post. That way also I don't have to hear about y'all going, I didn't even know you made a video. I didn't even know you made a video. I didn't know you still did reaction videos. Yada, yada, peanut butter, right? My mentees, and to the parents that I go and do these talks with, I told you guys there's a reason why whenever to a certain extent or a certain age, my mentees are not allowed to have these hand tops, these hand computers. They're not allowed to have it. I told you guys from the beginning, this is before this data and this information, what you are about to see, came out. I told you guys that having your children on the phones, on tablets, on iPads all the time, all day long, it kills creativity. It kills imagination. In order for you to imagine, your brain, the neurons, the nerves and things in your brain, what we call the imagination, it fires off, causes synapses and things like that. And did you know that when you learn a brand new task, your body creates brand new neurons? It doesn't even matter what it is. If you learn how to do anything in the world, I don't care if something that you don't know right now, if you learn to do it, do you know that causes new brain neurons to develop? Did you know that? Did you know exercising causes brain neurons to develop? You know what? Here's the thing. When it all comes down to it, I didn't go in depth like you guys are about to see, but if you are a parent and you really care about the well-being and the development of your child, after watching this, there should not be any more excuse. It just shouldn't. If you love your child like you claim you do, if you love your children as much as I love my mentees, now you see why Mr. Ty does what he do. Check this out.
This is a special 10 News Plus program. We've seen the meltdowns when kids are pried away from screens, but frightening new data shows those devices could be causing deeper problems. Tonight, the experts call to radically change the rules.
I'm sorry, but you can't have an iPad. Okay, eat.
As parents, we already know it. Excessive screen time, excessive emotion. But what if it's much worse than that?
Can you see the screen all right? Yeah.
This is 5-year-old Rose. She was one of 60 kids to undergo an exhaustive study in the US, using an MRI machine to scan the brains of kids aged 3 to 5 years old. The results, truly shocking. Interactive screen time causes a loss of white matter in the brain.
Well, in the simplest terms, we could actually refer to it as some measure of brain impairment or brain damage.
Professor Mike Nagel from the University of the Sunshine Coast has spent a career studying child brain development.
So white matter in the brain is a material called myelin. So what myelin does is it wraps around the axons of neurons and acts like an insulator, a conductor, not too dissimilar to the plastic coating of a wire. So if we're seeing deficits in myelin production early in life, we're probably seeing deficits in neural connectivity.
The study shows the more screen time a child is exposed to, the greater the loss of white matter. Can you remember your first reaction to those results? Not
only as a professional in this field, but as a father?
My gut reaction was, wow, I was not anticipating seeing anything like that. It hadn't occurred to me at the time that something as little as, and it said 2 hours a day, was having such a profound effect on the white matter associated with sort of language development. And by association, literacy, it was a shock, to be honest.
He also believes big data backs it up. In 2010, smartphones became mainstream and affordable. Apps and social media exploded. So now we can track the impact. Psychological distress in our teenagers has skyrocketed. And look at the dates. It's all after the 2010 smartphone revolution. Mental illness through the roof. Hospitalizations for mental health, girls up 81%. Self-harm, huge increases for kids aged 10 to 12. The percentage of children sleeping less than 7 hours a night, look at that. All since 2010. The only graph that goes down. The time kids spend with their friends face to face.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's great to finally see you.
Good to see you as well. Thanks for your patience.
Professor Hutton is a man in demand. It was his research that proved the link between screen time and the loss of white brain matter.
Yeah, I mean it's really the elephant in the room. It's such a, to me, an obvious relationship.
John, what is your fear if we don't address it?
The fear is just losing a generation of kids, just kids growing up not meeting their potential, the continued rise in self-harm and body image disorder, anorexia, bulimia.
Smoking causes mouth cancer.
The professor believes screen time will be what smoking was to a previous generation.
For decades, we pretended like smoking, everyone kind of knew that it was probably harmful, but the industry pushed back and said, no, it's not. I think the same thing is going to come down the road for devices, but I think we are at risk of really having a lot of kids and a whole generation that's going to struggle unnecessarily.
As a parent, there are already more than enough dangers to navigate, but clearly screen time is something we need to pay attention to. So what should the guidelines be? How much of this is too much? In fact, is there any safe limit at all?
So what is the balance, Mike? What is the right balance?
Well, that's the $1 million question. There really isn't any necessity for a child from 0 to 8 to be using screens on a regular basis.
The advice from our experts: no devices in the bedroom, no devices at mealtime, that's adults included, no interactive screen time for any child up to the age of 5. For older kids up to 12, no more than 30 minutes a day. Limits for teenagers? Well, that's easier said than done, right? But fear not, there are more extreme options.
3 sections, sir!
If they knew full well what they were in for, they got a bit of a rude shock.
I know family members right now. You know who you are. A lot of y'all kids developmentally delayed big time, but your child know how to go and get that phone, but you try to talk to them, they don't even know you even talking to them. You make a noise, blah, 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 blah. They won't jump. Y'all, it's so weird. They don't even have the proper antennas of danger. They don't have the proper antennas of facial recognition. Well, they got some facial recognition, but a lot of them don't have that instinct to where something crash, bang, boom. They don't jump. Those things have been cut off. If this video is not sheer proof, and even more magnification and more research and statistics and data to what I've already been saying, I'm sorry, there's no saving you now. You are choosing to allow your child and your children to get every last sort of element that comes to them on a mental, social level based off of what you just saw. That I told y'all, this is the reason why, y'all, that was 2010. I definitely know that I started a program when I did my personal mentorship in 2015. And guess what? I said, I don't want them to have no phone. Y'all got a computer? It needs to be somewhere where all the family can see it. He don't need to have it in his room. Barely that you even have a TV in the room. I don't care. He's bored. He'll come up with something to do. The brain is very, 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 you can't even begin to imagine how very complex and unique the brain is, to the extent to where if you sit by yourself, your brain is going to come up with something it wants you to do. I'm not talking about being in the phone and scrolling and end up having dopamine shots and all the stuff like that. No, I'm talking about doing something to make you feel productive. Y'all even know, do you even know what it's like to build a clubhouse? Those of you that grew up like 80s babies, we would find random boards in the alley. We didn't care. We would find things, asking them, hey, can we use a hammer? We trying to build a clubhouse. Y'all remember that? Nailing boards to a tree and climbing a tree. I mean, come on now. All those things are developmental skills. And not only that, you also are learning to socialize. You're learning teamwork. But now y'all, I mean, I'm just keeping it 100% real. If any of my family members are watching this from the Tennessee, all over the United States, y'all know, I just kind of be like, man, I don't even say nothing because those y'all kids. But y'all kids just be nothing but in their phones, laying down in their tablet, cousins all coming together, and all they can do is just, everybody just quiet doing this. And then when they look around, it feels all awkward for anybody to talk. That's crazy to me. The way I grew up, everybody in the living room, all around of us, everybody was laughing. Yeah, I remember that. Y'all remember? Yeah, we talking, having a good old time. This just occurred a few months ago on some unfortunate circumstances, but it did occur. We up here chatted up, laughing, da, 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 da. And then you got the younger generation just. Wow to me. I'm done. I mean, this might come up as another conversation in the future, but based off of what you just saw right now, you be the reason why you're, oh, she has this, oh, he has this, oh, they're going through this. You the reason why. I'm done. Let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. Put it in the comments below after this video. Don't forget that what you see, any animation right here that greatly helps this channel. If you want to see the next video after this one, up there, things I did as of yesterday you may have missed right here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, simply click this icon. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.